Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
What up, y'all? This is another episode of 6 p.m. at 6:30 p.m. today. I am DL Collins along with my host.
Get more slim in this
Okay.
bitch.
Y'all, how you been doing?
Man. How y'all doing out there? I'm good, man. I've been living my very best life, man. All is well.
Yeah, man.
I can't even complain about too much. Nothing.
Yeah, man. Well, of course, we got to give a huge thank you to 7 Mile Radio for
Come
giving us
on,
the
Mark.
power
7
hour.
Mile. Let's get it, baby.
Appreciate y'all.
Get it.
Appreciate y'all
Get
as
it.
well.
Yes,
You know it.
indeed. Tonight's topic, we gonna dive right into it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dive right into it. We talking about, blurred lines between friendship and business. When do you hold your business friend or friend in business, or you got a friendship and they got a business and y'all kind of I guess helping them out or whatever the case may be? When do you hold them accountable publicly, or business, or small business period? Right?
Publicly?
Yes, publicly.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Okay, well, shit, let's do it. Let's get into it. So, man. So, I've never been in a business with anyone.
Okay.
And it's been intentional. I've had several offers to collab with people and do different things. So if you're talking about like partnership business with a friend, I don't know. I don't know how that is because I've never experienced it. I've always been solo myself. However, I've collabed on some things, just some quick stuff. I don't know. It depends on the friend, but again, you could think you know a person, and like you said, the topic is blurred lines.
Yeah.
So shit do get lost in translation a lot of times when it comes to taking on a partner and somebody that you've been knowing since y'all was in diapers and all that old kind of shit. And we gotta understand that because we've been rocking and we're kindred spirits in a friendship, that doesn't translate to business.
Because everybody don't do business the
Everybody
same.
don't do business the same.
And then when you get into something and you see how a person really is in business, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
How do you... Because here's my thing, right? I done been in a couple of sticky situations over the years. Few years back, I wouldn't consider partnering with nobody. I've built a good name, right? For my brand, for who
That's
I
what I'm
am.
saying.
You understand
That's
what I'm saying?
on. That's what I'm on.
And so, I started to find myself getting into, trying to help everybody, right? And everybody don't,
Have the same respect or integrity for your shit that you do.
yeah, or right, exactly, or even value who you are. They don't value who you
right
are.
there.
They value what you give, and then that's it, and then you're disposable, right? And so for me, I'm like, I guess because I am, so straightforward, strict by the book, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like structure.
Yeah,
I like, what I'm
absolutely.
saying? I like for things to be a certain type of way. When I find myself helping others and I see that they're not in that same, in that same or not,
wave,
same wave, or not even trying to be, then I find myself being in a position of, because it's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I got to kind of tap dance around it.
Okay,
because
so let's say this. So I think, of course, in any business venture, even our situation, you know what I'm saying, there should be a conversation.
Yeah.
There should be a conversation, and it shouldn't just be one conversation because everything is not covered in one conversation, right?
Right.
So, because people have you a lot of times we get so excited about the business venture itself that we're not thinking about, okay, so what is your direction? What do you want to see it go? And I'm telling you where I want to see it go, how I can, and we need to get and pull those things together because they may be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you may just be in it for, a couple of years to get some money and be out. But we know that certain businesses take time to establish profit and shit like that, right? To where you really making money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that
contracts really gotta be in place, right?
And that's a
what
part
I'm
of the conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
conversation.
saying? Because a handshake don't do it no more.
It don't do it no more. And to where you
have
think
selective memory. And they say some shit verbally and they forget down the line verbatim what you said. And shit,
it's whatever benefit them. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's almost like we cool. You know what I'm saying? And I see you differently once we cross that line of friendship to business. Right,
because it's a client relationship now, not a friendship. And people
Right.
try to use that friendship
And
as
you-
leverage to get what they didn't earn, didn't deserve, or pay for you in regards to your business. Because we're
Yeah.
friends,
It's-
you should
it's-
give me this, or we're friends, you should
It's
do
sticky,
that for
man.
me.
Yeah.
It get real sticky.
Yeah. Or I know you as a friend, and I know that you're not going to put me on blast. I know that you're gonna protect me. I know you. I know your character, right?
Right.
I know your character. I know I can
Take
fuck
it to the bank. You
Yeah.
you basically can
Yeah.
sign your name on some shit like, I know this motherfucker ain't gonna.
Yeah, I can fuck you over.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that you gon', kind of, be like trying to handle it from the back end. That's why I said, when do you start to, put something out publicly? I know that, for me, I feel like, a lot of times, I get into these things where I'm helping and 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 I'm helping, right? And then I'm taken for granted. And so they know that I'm not going to say nothing, right? But should I say something
That's why you gotta be careful how much
To the
you
tune
give
of public?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, should I say something to the tune of public because I know of other situations, right? I know of other situations.
Well, I would
know
say-
of other people who
Have dealt with this same
Yeah,
thing,
yes.
same issue,
yes,
same
and they've come
dynamics.
to me. Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So I would say if I was on the bad end of the stick, right? If I was the perpetrator, right? And even though you feel like I'm, treating you away or I'm, whatever, I would say a conversation is at hand first.
How many?
One
Okay.
personal conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to have several. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I shouldn't have to keep, hey, Mark, dog, man, you fucking over me. You treat me like shit. You talk to me crazy. The money ain't right. Whatever.
How many times do I
that's one
gotta do
time.
that, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
one time for that.
That's a one and
Because
done.
after that, what? If you didn't apologize, why am I back dealing with you, right?
Right.
And if you did apologize, I shouldn't deal with it again.
I
because
shouldn't
now
deal with it again.
best
It should be a
apology is
resolve.
changed behavior.
Because
It's when you apologize.
this is people's lives at stake.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not like you in a a marriage where you got to keep repeating yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Right.
times in a marriage, you got to keep,
Exactly.
and sometimes you got to double down.
Exactly.
The double down is now when
Right.
it comes to business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So hey, man, like I feel this way. How do you feel? And
Right.
you get that feedback, and if they don't feel no way, okay, cool. So we're not going to have this problem again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I need whatever it is that you need in that time, that space, whether it's money, whether it's respect, whatever. I need that right now.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's got to be immediate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And how do we rectify it? And if we can't rectify it and I feel like you're trying to handle me, then now I know what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just know what I got to do. So
Yeah.
those lines get blurred, man.
Yeah,
That's
man,
why
because I'm
I've
like,
stayed away from it.
people will lose people will end a friendship, to try to save what they have in business, which is fine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I say that, I mean, they know that you have everything on the situation.
Yeah.
And so they remove themselves from you and start to deflect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why it is this way? Why I'm doing it this way is because you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You
yeah,
understand what
yeah.
I'm saying? You. They pointing the finger back because they don't want to take accountability.
So you know without a shadow of a doubt that it's not you.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times we don't hold the mirror before us. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
I'm just asking.
Yes.
So you know without a shadow of a doubt,
Without a shadow.
you've crossed the T's, you've dotted the I's,
Always.
everything is 100 on your end.
Always. Right.
I mean, I've always known you to be that way. I'm just,
Yeah.
just for the sake of this conversation.
Yeah, right,
'cause
right,
That
exactly.
shit is crazy.
Yeah, and so for me, I'm just like, and what happens is, because I am very cautious and about my personal life, my business life. I can be transparent, but I'm only transparent with the things that I want you to know.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
And when things come back to me, I know exactly where they came from. Right. Because I'm so strategic with the conversations that I have.
same way.
Right.
I'm the same
Nobody
way, bro.
can tell me something, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who it is.
Yep.
If something come back to me, I know who
Yeah,
said it. I
yeah,
know why it
yeah,
was said.
no
I
doubt.
know how it's said, right? And so that's that thing that, and I still stay quiet, but guess what they do? They target my wife. Because they know my wife is about to go off the deep end. My wife don't play about me. My
Right.
wife gonna get on Facebook and she is saying in a heartbeat, I ain't the face of the brand. You know what I'm saying? She gonna say what she gonna say, right? She gonna pull up on you because she have. You know what I'm saying? she wild. She a wild girl.
Yeah, she a wild girl. She a wild girl. Sis,
Listen.
cut it out.
She a wild girl.
They'll
She
be
and
pulling
she,
up on
listen,
niggas.
and have.
I know. I
And
believe
have,
it. I
right?
believe it. Oh, I
and
know
so
she
it's
crazy.
that thing where they can't poke me, but they can poke her,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it leaves me to be like, so when is it time to just put it all out there and because me being quiet, it leads them to say whatever they gonna say and
is
people
true.
to believe whatever they
That's
gonna
true.
believe, and I'm quiet.
That's
So
that's
you understand what
the,
I'm saying?
That's the
I've done it too many times.
yeah, that's the gray area right there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where like, should I go ahead and just expose this person?
Yeah.
Or like that's, I don't know, man. That I like I say, I really don't have a lot of history with it because I've always done, and I mean I'm talking about opportunity after opportunity, but it just didn't feel right. And you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And if like if it don't feel right, it just don't feel right.
Yeah, and it ain't right.
And and we gotta learn to be okay with it.
Be okay with that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't believe. It's all of the things that I've been through. I'm just not a fan of friend and business. It gotta stay separate, right? It's gotta stay separate, and I'm learning that today because even when you say a friend is
Yeah.
has to be used.
Yeah.
We use that word lightly, right? Because we'll say, because we know somebody for years and we done been hanging around them and we kind of be kicking it with them that's my friend.
And
Right.
so okay, so let's flip the coin, right? And talk about so many people that have done it and was successful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it comes down to business integrity and maturity.
Yeah.
Business sense.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing your place in the business. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like if we come together in the situation, like okay, some people are the finance behind it. Some people are the leg work people. Some people are more administratively sound. Like you know what I'm saying? And some people are more hands on with the actual running of the day-to-day business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, if you don't get that together, if you don't know those fundamental pieces, those
Yeah.
foundational pieces, okay, all right, who gonna do the books? Who gonna make sure the books right? Even though it's just like even in the marriage. I mean, even though you may pay the bills, your wife still have access to. You say, well, babe, what happened with this? Where this come from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you pay. You make sure that they pay, but it still should be my wife or your wife should be able to come and be like, what?
Have a conversation.
Yeah, have a
to see
conversation
what's,
about
what's
like
happening
what's
here.
what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not checking behind you, but it's
But-
our account. It's
Exactly.
our business.
Yes.
Our family shit. So, you know, you can't let one person just have. I don't know how that shit works, man. I
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying, because lines do get blurred. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, my church. My pastor don't see the finances unless he asks for them.
Yeah.
He don't have his hand on the finances.
Right.
Some pastors have their hands on the finances. Mm-hmm. But you know, as that particular leader, you got to be able to delegate
Yes.
that and keep your hands off of it, because in reality, you could screw yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So one entity of the business, church, whatever, take care of this. This is, you know, the pastor's job is to preach and to teach.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever it is, your job may be to, you know, to go find the houses to motherfucker have somebody come and fix on.
Yeah.
And they might be, okay, well, they the money. So, you know, okay, I found the houses. Now I need you to cut a check. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Type thing. You know, like, but it has to be conversation.
Yeah.
And everyone has to know specifically.
And if the one conversation that's had, you have this conversation and it's no resolve, then you know what's that next step? Because for me, you know what I'm saying, I be feeling like I don't want to really teeter-totter with nobody's livelihood.
Yeah.
But when you teeter-totter with my livelihood, right, then where do I stand at this point? Because at this point, you know what I'm saying, I'm there to whereas I'm like, okay, we gonna have to do something, or I'm gonna have
some
to.
got to shake.
Yeah.
Some got to shake.
And the thing about it is, especially when, like I said, you using your good name, I'm using my good name to be the front, to be the face, to help you out, to do what you need, right? To give you what you need. You know.
My name brings traction. Basically,
Yes.
what you're saying.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
Your name does, right?
Right.
So your name rings out a certain way that brings traction.
So I can't co-sign or co-brand alongside some shit that the people find out is bullshit. Now it diminishes my integrity because people look at me like, oh, I can't believe anything that DL say.
That part.
Right? I can't believe anything that Mark say or trust or follow or support any brand that he is telling me to go and support because I've already had the experience of some bullshit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it diminishes the integrity of your brand. You know what I mean? Especially,
Yeah.
and I understand that, especially first and foremost, being a company that advertising and marketing, you know what I'm saying, is the centerpiece of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Especially my Mark DeAndre brand, which is separate than 7 Mile Radio. When we talk about me doing the food reviews and business and promoting the interview, like all of that, like I have to really, because people look at me for you know, very integrous. They look at me for valuable, plausible information or truthful information. You know what I mean? They
because
trust
that's
me.
what you've always
They
done.
trust me. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
I gotta hold myself to that
Damn,
understanding
damn.
and make sure
Come on.
that I don't partner myself alongside somebody who not only doesn't have the same level of quality or integrity about their business or their quality they're producing, or somebody who's just along for the ride just to get the notoriety, just to get the shine, right? And ain't really putting in the work, don't really have the quality, don't really have the ethics or the talent or the skill or the nothing of that. Just want to be seen next to me because they know that I'm being seen.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, listening to him and what he just said. I'm thinking, so it's just like any kind of partnership. You got to vet the person first, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And people feel bad about being
and a
vetted.
lot of that, huh?
People feel bad about being vetted because vetted to them sometimes sounds like or feels like judged, right? And it's
Right.
like now I'm too
but
good.
But you have
But
you have to dig in and do homework. Y'all have to dig in and do homework.
But
on
listen
each other.
to this though. I you know, because this was my friend, right? I was already aware of the back end, right? But I'm believing in you so tough, and I have a conversation with you, and I say, look here.
You're giving her the benefit of the doubt as opposed to the consequence of the doubt.
Exactly. I say, look here. This is my name. Right? I'm putting my name in front of you because I know what
That's
you've
so
gone
sad.
through.
That's so
right?
sad, bro.
And then, you know what I'm saying, in the interim, Trick no good.
Snatchies, no snatchbacks.
I can't get them out fast enough.
Trick no motherfucking good.
Dog. Hey man,
And again, I'm really tiptoeing around everything because I do still value, I do still believe in what it is that they are trying to do, and I don't want to, because that's why I'm asking, like, when is it right?
Yeah.
And you said a conversation, and I've had conversations, but guess what? I'm gonna go and have one more conversation.
yeah. I mean, it shouldn't have to take so many, but yeah, you do. A lot of times, you know, that's a slippery slope when we believe in something or someone, and you know, great intentions, and you know, if only we could, you know, and if we, baby, I hope we're not talking about who I think we're talking about, but if I don't know, man, like we have to vet, we have to, you know, before we say okay, we have to.
Say
Look
like
into
this.
people.
Say it like this. We have to hold them to the same quality we hold ourselves.
Yeah.
Say it like that.
Yeah.
Right, so it doesn't seem like we're ridiculing them or to the point where it's like we feel
That's
like we're
real
better than
shit.
them. You just have to be equally yoked in this relationship just
Yeah.
like any other.
Yeah. How you doing, 2Q? How you doing, Nicole? Marquay said, just had this uncomfortable conversation. So tell me, how do you say this in a healthy way without seeming vain? Say what in a healthy way?
What the fuck? What was I can't even see on mine. What the question?
She
What's the
said,
question?
just had this uncomfortable conversation.
Uh-huh.
So tell me, how do you say this in a healthy way without seeming vain? And maybe you saying, maybe how do you say in a healthy way
How
that
you
you
talk
know
to
you
him?
are you are bringing attraction without seeming vain. The thing with me is this situation was already put on the floor because of who I was. Right. And because
So
of
they
the
vetted
turnaround
you.
of what-
They knew
Right,
you.
'cause
They knew what you brought to
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah.
So they already knew. So it's not even about being vain or saying, "Hey," poking your chest out.
Right.
It's just a matter of letting the motherfucker know. Let them know, like, "Hey, man, listen, you know."
Standing firm on what it is that should have been in the contract when
Exactly.
when y'all established this
Exactly.
shit, whatever
Exactly.
it is.
I remember watching the interview or hearing something Jay-Z said when he was on tour with R. Kelly. And he had to tell R. Kelly, like, "Nigga, I know you Kels,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm
Jay.
nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can feel this bitch up by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we bring the, cause R. Kelly was on his shit at that time, where he was like, I'm Kelly, nigga, I'm the one who whoop-de whoop. And, Jay had to tell the nigga, like, dog, like, like, nigga, I know who you are, but do you know who I am? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of, it's not an arrogance. It's not being vain or whatever. It's like knowing what you bring to the table. And that's a great percentage of why I don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why I
Yeah.
haven't. And, I can't say that I missed a blessing or anything. I'm not hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, it could have took me, these things could have took me somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I worry about in life.
Yeah.
The only thing that I need is water and substance. All the other shit fall into place.
That was my
Right.
mindset with jumping into being a full-fledged entrepreneur so young as opposed to having a 9-to-5 and doing it. I said, you know what? I'd rather gamble on myself
Bet
as
on
opposed
yourself.
to
Yeah, for sure.
somebody else. It's like no matter in 20 years whether I'm as successful as I want to be or if I'm
Right.
still just maintaining my life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At the level that I'm at, I feel like that's a success because
That is a success.
I'm not gonna fire myself. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Nobody's gonna flick a switch and take my livelihood away from me.
Absolutely.
Not only you're not
I've
gonna
earned
fire
this.
yourself, but it's the mentality. I mean, some people look at if you're not at a certain level at a certain amount of years. You know what I'm saying? We looked at business that, especially through the pandemic, that opened up, was banging,
They're measuring your
and then
success
closed.
off of what the
You know
fuck
what I'm
they
saying?
felt like they were.
Exactly.
You know how many people told me, oh man, if I had what you had, I would have did. or what you should have did. Like, you don't know what the fuck I did to get to this
Bro.
point in the
Yeah.
first place. And what you would have done, what I did to
Listen.
get here, with the
Yeah.
shit that I got. First off, let's
I
start
tell
there.
people all the time, I have never in my life been hungry.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
So I'm straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that was my thing too.
I've
with
never
this
been
thing
hungry,
here.
so
or just
you
any
can't play
time.
me like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't, you know, my needs and my quality of life is not like DL's. It's not like Mark's.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he may, you know, $1 million may be his goal. 10 million may be your goal. I just want to travel and be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I happen to get $1 million, I'm still gonna live like, you know, I'm gonna live a little nicer, but I'm
Humble.
still gonna live a
nice
the
humble.
slim life, nigga. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna be down here talking shit.
Slim
Exactly.
Thugger.
You feel me? So,
Exactly.
So you know,
and so that's my problem, right? I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm always doing something for less. I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm not hungry, right? And because I found success the way that I found success, I always want to see people finding that and
Yeah.
doing that,
Yeah.
right? And so when I come in, I'm coming in to, you know, help you, you know, and people take advantage of that. And this is one of those situations where, you know, I was clearly taken advantage of, right? And so, not only taken advantage of, but just treated with this thing, right? With just, you know,
yeah.
listen,
With respect.
right?
I don't know, man.
It was very
When does it stop though? Like, I mean, what I'm saying for you.
right.
When does, okay, so the just under the topic, blurred lines.
Yeah.
Okay, you've had experience and you've been burnt 2, 3 times, 4 times over, right? You know, you've been burnt in your career. I had to ask, like, okay, so how many times we bump our head before we say, oh, you know, we're not gonna not be who we are.
Right.
I'm not saying not be DL.
Right.
You're a caring person. You're a compassionate person. You love to help. You love to give. You love to see others prosper and grow and whatever.
Yeah.
But when does the part of it comes on the you get the always getting the negative end of the stick, or you getting that, you know what I'm saying, like, when do you cut that off? When you just
Right.
like, well, I don't need, you know, I can help you in this capacity, and you know, you like a what they call those people, consultant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know, because you know, you even said to me, like, shit, I know how to get you here. If
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, when you get your paper right, nigga, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So that's not you putting the money up and taking my test for me and all the other little shit, you know, that need to be done. You saying, hey, I know how to get here. I done been here. I know how to get here. So when you get your shit together, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? And that way, I've been compensated the way
Yeah.
that I say that I need to be compensated. And you going on and be the best whatever you can be, and
Yeah.
I'm still good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And now our friendship ain't tarnished.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, well, listen, I need you to do whatever, because your name is good, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and you like, well, I'm gonna do this for you one time, and then shit is sweet, and I'm treating you like shit, and now you looking like, damn, I done did this before, and this happening again. So when does
Well,
it
you
stop,
know
D?
what? I'm really at a point where it stops now, right? I do. I have clients who I'm helping to this day. You know what I'm saying? With, you know, getting a business organized and legitimizing it, right? So that's something that I do completely separate.
Right.
This what I did for a friend, right? Who I thought was a friend. It was just something because I believe in you, right? And that's what I get caught up in. I get caught up in allowing people in my space and them saying, or me thinking that, oh, they gotta be different. Or I see them being different. And
Just
then,
like
you
any
know,
relationship, man.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? You give
exactly.
people the benefit of the doubt every day.
And-
every time we
and-
meet somebody new, we do that.
Exactly. And then not only that, ignoring the red flags.
And same shit in
Because
relationship.
in any relationship, you ignore the red flags. I ignored the red flags. I ignored people coming to me and telling me no, don't do it. I ignored the red flags when people were saying that what they experienced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ignored all of the red flags because I felt like, me, I ain't starving.
Yeah,
So, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
My problem not gonna be their problem until my problem became their problem. Right?
That's pretty sad. And it's unfortunate because
Yeah.
it don't have to be that way. You know, I don't know what is going
Nicole
on.
said, given all the time the selfish people made my heart turn cold. And the thing about it is, I don't think my heart could ever turn cold. You know what I'm saying? But just, moving different. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Moving different. And like I said, knowing my worth and knowing, hey, listen, even if it's a 30-minute consultation, I got to
But
charge.
it's funny that when you start moving different, right? I.e., in this situation, when you start caring about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes something more than you do other people. Now you're the funny acting one. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because they've
exactly.
Become, they've become so
'cause
accustomed,
people
like you
don't-
said,
yeah,
that
people
to
don't want you
depending
to-
on you
they
because
don't-
you're always the go-to and you're always there, dependable. And now it's like, and it's not even. I've said this 1,000 times on the podcast. It's not even that you don't want to do it anymore. It's because maybe you're empty. You don't have it anymore to give.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
now
Ooh,
I'm,
your
and
cup
now
is full,
my-
baby.
my
You can't
cup-
take no
my
more.
cup is empty, actually. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
cup is
Yeah.
empty. I don't have any more to give, whether it's my money, my time, my emotions, my thoughts, whatever it is. I'm empty now.
Yeah.
I don't have no more resources for you. I need something for me right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Are you gonna be there for? No, you ain't gonna pour into my cup because you too used to be expecting me pouring into your shit.
Exactly. Marquay said, exactly. Stand on business with your boundaries. Have to. Nicole said, I learned to let folks fall and stop caring if they get up because I didn't like seeing people going through something, but me helping became the normal for them. And that be the thing. You don't want to see people going through. You feel so bad, for the people who you love genuinely.
Yeah.
Right? That you feel like you can pull them out of something, but they are who they are.
Like Nicole Carter
right?
just said, I had to say enough is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Enough
Yeah.
is enough.
You gotta say that. And you gotta understand and you gotta know that,
That's in all relationships.
Yeah. Like you said,
yeah.
vet people, why don't your family fuck with you?
That's that
Ooh.
nigga. Nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Why?
And see, but that's the
Why
problem.
don't your kids fuck with you?
Don't nobody want to have that conversation.
None of
Right?
your baby daddies fuck with you.
Nobody. You making friends.
But everybody else is the problem.
Yeah. You making new friends every other year. These are new
Mm-hmm.
friends. Or your employees are becoming your friends. Right?
Man, that's wild. I don't know, man, but we definitely got to do a better job of vetting people. Business, new friendships, new relationships, whether it's whatever kind, whether it's romantic, whether it's intimate, whatever. Like, we got to start doubling down on learning people.
Yeah.
And like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I knew someone who don't even get along with their fucking mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why is you and your mama beefing?
Right.
Like, who beefs with their mama? I mean, I know our mamas can be too much sometimes, but like straight up, like
Beefed out, no
like-
contact for years. I
Yeah.
don't fuck with her.
I couldn't even imagine it. I couldn't even fathom it. And here I am, my mama ain't here.
Yeah.
Here it is. You know what I'm saying? My daddy not here. You think you mad at your daddy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or not even try. And what's crazy is we talk about having conversations, whatever. Some people get so into their space and they're so, in a way that they have no forgiveness, right? So
Yeah.
they don't have anything for a person. Like you bring a person name up and they instantly shake or upset or become enraged and stuff like that.
You know what else is a red flag
that
too?
person in your spirit. That's your spirit right there.
When you and somebody when y'all in front of a group and your friend or the person, they pull you into a conversation and the conversation be a lie, right? Like they'll say, listen, I'm just saying, like they'll be like, yeah, right. I'm just saying,
I'm tired of
like,
the
you
lies.
know how, right? You know how they'd be like, yeah, because I remember when you know, I remember when
And they drag you into it like,
didn't I?
You remember?
Nah, I don't remember that, dog.
And then you caught in a situation like, well, they must have. You understand what I'm saying?
Dummy head. That's dummy head shit, man. Listen, I hate that with a passion. Don't pull me in that shit. Like, you remember when
it being in business though, in front of
And
people
so-
who work for
and so-
you, and you gotta
gotta-
that point make a decision. Do I go along with it, or do I lie, or do I tell the truth? And then if I tell the truth and not go along with it, or if I go along with it down the line when they know I was just going along with it, how they looking at me? That's what's so fucked
and
up.
they gonna keep at it. But here's the thing. Okay, say, you know what I'm saying, because we like to save face, and especially if it's a business move
Yeah.
that we having a conversation about. So it's a business move. So if I say nay, then it can fuck up the business move.
Yeah.
If I say yay, then okay, I'm down for the team, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, let's say we go the route of being down for the team, because you know what I'm saying. We're compromising our own integrity
Yes.
for the team.
Right.
Bitch, listen. You pull that shit again, it's
gonna be
over.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing. Don't do that to me. Don't front. Don't be on that type of time. You know what I'm saying?
Me.
We don't need business like that. It don't have to be that way. Let's walk with some fucking integrity, and
Got
don't
to.
do it again.
Yeah.
And if you do it again, I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
If you do it again, nigga, no, that did not happen like that, and you know it didn't, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I'm
that
telling you,
didn't
man.
happen like that.
You know, it didn't happen
But,
like that.
yeah.
But you know, usually when people
That's
do
so
me like that,
sticky.
it hasn't happened in business. But like when people have tried to get me to do that, I'm like, now I don't know. I don't remember that.
remember.
Yeah,
I
you know what I'm
remember.
saying? It could have. I don't. You said it happened when? Like, you know what
Right.
I'm
And
saying?
then face be stuck. It be, you know what I'm saying? It be a delayed response. You know what I'm saying? So when all of that start happening, it's like you done put me on fucking front, and my response was delayed, or now I'm stuttering. Right?
Yeah, yep. And then and guess what? Whoever you lying to picking up on your shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They picking up on you like, well, these motherfuckers.
on some
yeah,
bullshit.
Yeah, they playing.
These motherfuckers
And
on
they
some
trying to
bullshit.
play in my face.
And they trying to play in my face. Yeah.
So either way, so you know what I'm saying?
'Cause I done got
I done
those.
peep game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If y'all
Yeah.
shit is not seamless, I'm peeping game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If I see your eyes cut left or right, like, oh, this bitch on one. They
It's-
lying.
They lying.
Yeah,
They
together.
lying. This is a liar.
And so now your integrity is at stake.
Exactly.
And this is what the other person
so
needs
that's
to know.
So that's what I'm saying. When do
Nah,
you
nigga, we gotta we listen.
When
If it's habitual, dog, get the fuck on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of ties y'all, but if it's habitual and you see, like, we ain't even gotta do it. Like, man, I'm gonna go ahead. You go do your thing. Let me get my little, you know, my couple little items that you know, off my desk. You know what I'm saying? Pack my desk up, my office up, and I gotta go because you're habitual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if that's what it is, like, you know, like, and you know, and even though a person may not feel shitty about it, but you know, I make a person feel like, I don't know why you feel you have to do that. I don't know why you got to be that way, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, we were supposed to be better than that. I'm not gonna just write you off, but I can't fuck with you in this particular area.
That's the part.
And this is what I had to do in certain relationships. Like, you know, like, I still fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? We can high by. You know, we even slap fives and hug. Kiki, kaka.
Exactly.
But I can't fuck with you on that level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I
But
just
then
can't.
if you know you did a motherfucker wrong and dirty, then you don't even want them to kiki kaka in your face, even though they willing to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we
yo,
good.
yeah, they gonna stay willing to kiki kaka because they think they done got away with something.
Yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying? But at the end, but they lost you.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
lost you. They lost what initially was their purpose for expanding the business or growing the business or whatever. So now you got to start over again, and you got to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
And then you gotta continue to stand on a certain business to maintain your name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the thing about it is when I do stand on business, and I am going to stand, you know what I'm stand on business, that's when you try to, that's when you trying to tarnish it. You know what I'm saying? Or say, well I done heard stuff about you. I say, and my thing is, you ain't never and ain't gonna never, right? Because I just stand on.
And just but it's okay if you did.
Right. It
You know
is
what I'm
okay
saying?
if you
because
did. People who really give a fuck don't want their name to stain anywhere. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when like any relationship, I tell her like whatever happens, I don't want to burn a bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to burn a bridge. So let's
Right.
not burn a bridge. If it's not gonna be,
if it's fixable, let's just fix it.
let's just fix it and
Right.
we can keep it moving.
And let's not make excuses.
Yeah.
Let's not try to worm our way out of
You
it.
hear what you see? What the
Let's
shirt
just-
say? What the shirt say? Women lie, numbers don't.
Here we go. Here we go. Michelle say I stopped in at the right time. What's going on, Michelle? Nicole said, when I choose to do better and stay away from drama or negative people, the lie started. That's how it always is. That's what I'm saying. And then because you don't want to be low vibrational, you try to, maintain who you are and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna let it fall to the wayside. But how do you not let it fall? When do you stop doing that? Vernetta said the idea is that if you run out of air, you won't be able to help anyone else. So you should secure your own oxygen mask before helping others.
I was just
That's
about to
perfect.
say, like the airplane, right?
Yeah.
When you're on the airplane, what do they tell you to do in case of emergency, right?
Yeah.
You got to put that mask on
Get
your
your
first,
shit- get
even
your shit
before
together
your
first.
child, because if you can't help yourself, right?
Yeah.
How you gonna help somebody else?
Right.
It's just that damn simple.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I we had a good space and time in our life where when we know better, we got to do better.
Yeah.
And we got to take accountability for that.
Yeah,
we got to
for
take
sure.
accountability to say, hey, it's just not working.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
not working. Keep my name out your mouth. I keep your name out my mouth, man.
Yeah.
We good. You know what I'm saying? We good.
Yeah, because it's always good.
Yeah,
you know
we
what I'm
good.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But for me, it's always good. And the reason why it's always good for me is because I am truly, you know what I'm saying, successful. I am truly okay. I'm truly happy. I truly do.
Yeah.
I live in forgiveness.
Yep.
So it's always going to be okay
Yeah.
for me, right? I'm just like, why do you feel the need to, you did the wrong, right? You don't want to correct the wrong,
That's guilt.
right? It's guilt and
And it also try to preserve their name. They try to preserve whatever
is left.
whatever
of.
is left of, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
it's only you can burn, what they say, first play me once, shame on you, me.
Yeah.
You do it, no, shame on you. Do it again,
Yeah,
shame on me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, okay, if I know what I know and I see what I see, then it's on me to shoot the move. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we shoot the move, and again, baby, just keep, ma'am, sir, keep my name out your mouth. I won't speak on you. You don't speak on me. And I mean, you had the freedom to do whatever you want to, but just understand there's consequences for everything.
Right.
So you get to speaking on me, and I get wind, then that gives me the choice to either speak back or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a rap beef. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Motherfuckers say, "Oh, you a pussy ass nigga." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you can say, "Well, I ain't no pussy ass nigga,"
Right.
or
You can have a comeback.
or you can say you a pussy ass nigga. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or
Right.
you can say nothing.
However, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Or you could
I don't
choose
know,
to be
man.
silent.
Get on up out of there, man. Just get on up out of there.
We haven't even talked about the whole boundaries of crossing the lines on business and friendship in relations to relationships, like your sexual partner and shit.
Okay.
Like that's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, dynamic of the crossing the borders between business and friendship.
Yeah.
That's hard for people to navigate.
Well, what you mean by that? By having your mate or the person who you
doing business with somebody.
doing
that you
business with somebody
fucking-
who you fucking
Whether it be whether that you start doing business with after you know what I'm saying,
Well,
had that relationship, or
like
you
you
know
said, the
you started
boundaries.
the business relationship and then started the personal relationship. Either way, it creates
No.
either way it creates a
Yeah,
crazy
it's a definitely a crazy dynamic.
unless you're married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you're married. Because it's harder to get out of that thing. But if you just in a relationship
because
with
you're
someone,
already in the contract. You're already
Yeah.
bound by contract with
Yeah.
a person for life without the business. So it's like
Right.
it's easier sometimes to navigate that because you know even if you don't do the business, you still got to deal with this person. And then on
Yeah.
the flip side, you know that doing business is at the best interest of yourself because this is your spouse.
right?
And if they win, you win.
Yeah,
Right.
and a lot of times, you know, I know a couple right now that just, you know, the marriage didn't work, but they fucking businesses, they animals together.
Yeah.
At the business.
Well, because they've
sometimes that's the
already
best.
built that foundation.
yeah.
That
You know what
thing
I'm
was
saying?
already
That's
built.
So it's like a light switch. They know how to switch it on and off. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
He might walk past and swack her on the ass or something, but
Yeah.
you still and for me, I don't know. I really don't know if I could do it to that degree because either I'm gonna work for you, or you gonna work for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I personally would have to separate it. Like, like we doing it together, but like either it's my shit or it's your shit, and somebody got to be an employee of each other. You know what I'm saying? That way, if some shit go awry, then if it's my business, then I'm gonna have to eliminate your job, your position,
Right. You're
or you have to
fired.
eliminate me. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
fired.
And it's okay.
And it's okay.
Yeah,
that's how it is with my family. I'm the owner and they work for me. I pay
and nothing
them.
wrong with that.
And they didn't quit on me 1,000 times and they didn't got fired 1,000 times,
Hell
right?
yeah.
But I own
That's right.
the business, and my wife own her business, and if she need me to do something, then I'm her employee, right? That's
There's
how.
nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely
There's
not.
nothing, because again, in any dynamic, any relationship, it's whatever works for you.
Yeah, and it's got to be that way in order for it to be. For me, the way that I look at it, in order to have some type of success, you know what I'm saying? It can't
And
be
structure.
too many chiefs. You know,
Yeah.
it's not enough Indians. Too many chiefs.
Because the first thing a person is going to say, this is mine too.
Yeah,
I did this as well.
yeah,
I appreciate it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it's my name on this.
yeah.
And I don't want it to fail.
Yeah.
So either you can get it together,
Yeah.
or you not get together, and you know what I'm saying, we just fuck with each other on this other side. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's just, for me, that's just, I don't know. I've been real skeptical about partnerships. And you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I've been, man, listen, I could
recommend
have
it.
been in 10,000 kitchens.
Yeah.
Man, listen, that's not the direction of my business. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can put your name on it. No, I can't.
Yeah.
Because your name is on it,
Yeah.
nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah.
that don't, it just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got the parent company, and then you got the subsidiary company. Mm-hmm. Somebody, like you said, too many chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that just wouldn't work for me. So,
Yeah.
My
That's
level.
just like even with the gentleman's club, right? And us staffing it, I think about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't hire this person because they're a business owner and their mentality is completely different. They don't want to go sit on the line and cook for me. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
I'd have had so many of them, baby.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to cook. They want their own thing.
Yeah,
right?
because that's your brand.
Yeah.
And you can't bring pack your lunch.
Yeah,
You
or
can't bring
excuse me,
pack
yeah.
your lunch to motherfucking Roof Chris.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Roof Chris has its own name.
Exactly.
And standards and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can come in as executive chef, but that's what you'll be, executive chef.
Exactly.
You cannot pack your lunch on nothing.
Well,
I'm just saying.
but you can, because
You can't-
it'll say for us, it'll say exclusively us. So it'll be
Okay,
DL
yeah.
Collins, and it'll
Right.
menu provided by exclusively.
Oh, yeah,
us.
okay,
That's
well, that-
something,
that
right?
ma-
You know what I'm saying?
that
That's
makes
something that
sense.
was already
Yeah.
in the
Right.
boom, right?
Okay,
Because
that makes sense.
because I'm gonna get out there one way, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's just the
But-
strategic
but-
thing that I do.
Because that's well, in that situation is different, especially with the gentleman's club, because
Yeah.
the gentleman's club is not known for food. It's
Exactly.
known for pussy,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And titty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that may work, but in certain entities, it's just not going to work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
and you know what I'm saying? People who I just remember before I started Pack Your Lunch. I wrote, I got a couple of books out, and I was looking for some extra money.
Right.
And a young lady, her name is Ebony Cochran. She huge today. She a multimillionaire, but she was looking for an assistant. And I went in, and I tell her this story all the time. We talk about it all the time. I went in and I wanted to get a job, right? And she was like, "I'm not hiring you." She was like, "You a boss." She said, "You a boss." She said, "What I look like? How you?" No, you about to be where I am. She was like, "I need somebody who want a job." She said, "I need somebody who want a job." She was
I've been
like,
told that before. Too.
Yeah.
I've been
And
told
so for me, I was stuck because I'm like, damn.
See, but and the thing about it is that what's
You know?
what's crazy about that is it's kind of like, okay, thank you, but it's also like you know what I'm saying? Like, I need this shit right now.
Right, but you
don't
what?
know my situation. You
It
don't
made
know.
me go so hard.
Yeah.
It made me go so hard
Yeah.
because she was right. She was right.
Yeah.
I'm
No
going to be
doubt.
with you for 6-7 months, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my own
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
She was
So
absolutely
she
right.
probably she foreseeing some because people don't like to turnover. They don't like to turn over
Yeah.
employees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a real
And
big
she
thing.
had she owned a Little Caesars, and she owned a Little Caesars. I think it's in Bloomfield Hills, or she owned a lot of property. She do a lot of stuff. But she had posted something on Facebook the other day, or not one the other day, it was a while ago, and I was like, "You remember you told me?" She was like, "Yes, and I still watch you to this day." She said, "And I told you was the shit."
Yeah.
She said, "I told you that."
That's dope.
And I never would have thought that she was still watching me and my growth. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. You never know who
watching
yeah,
you.
who watching, man.
Yeah.
I done had so many people like out of the woodwork that's just been friend, like social media friends for years.
Yeah.
And they'll pop out like,
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Yeah.
Low key than a motherfucker, like low key than a mother. So yeah, but I don't know, man. Like the whole, it's a slippery slope. It can be good. It can be, and the fucked up part about it is, this is only a conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
This is not a dynamic that the majority culture is having. It's not a dynamic that the fucking Arabs are having.
No.
It's not the dynamic that the Mexicans are having, or the Lebanese or the Chinese.
No.
None of these niggas.
They getting it.
We're you know what I'm saying? But they're getting it and they get it.
They getting it and they get it.
They get it.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It don't
Yeah.
take much. Let's go. Let's put a couple of dollars together. Get us a truck.
Yeah.
And if the shit blow, I get a team, you get a team. Now we got, you know what I'm saying? If you decide that you want to go, that's how the fucking
And
Arabs,
the thing
Arabs come
is,
over
they
here
like,
and
we
do that
gonna
shit.
start with mine,
Yeah,
and we gonna venture off and get you yours.
yeah.
So once what we putting in this thing together, right? I got this gas station, and then once we get that other gas station, we transferring this motherfucker in your name, and I got this one over here.
Yep.
And then we keep on doing that.
And we
Then
keep building.
all of our families got.
Everybody
right?
eat.
And in the meantime, we all stay together. It's 10, 12 of us in the same motherfucking
Everybody
house.
eat, bro. Everybody eat. So it's such a. That's why I say it's only our conversation.
Yeah.
It's only us dealing with it, and I'm not. And what I mean by only us, of course there's other ethnicities and groups that are not getting along with their business partner.
Yeah.
And we see all the time the white people always breaking up with
Yeah.
each other for whatever reason, but the great majority of them we don't hear nothing about. You know, all these conversations of lack of trust, somebody trying to get over, somebody being greedy, all that shit. You know, it's us, and
'Cause
it all comes
greed,
down to
that's
that
what
slave
greed,
mentality. We
man.
gonna crab in the barrel because we hate, and I hate to use that word. We hate to see each other fucking get it.
Yeah.
Niggas hate to see you really. And
That's true.
Listen, I promise you, I live in a bubble, and in my bubble, I don't have no haters. But I know I do.
But I agree.
In my bubble, in my
I
mind,
agree.
you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Dog could be, no pun, dog could be over here plotting on me right now. Mm-hmm. I don't see it though.
Exactly.
I'm so blind to the shit. Mm-hmm. But I know it's out there. Mm-hmm. I know it's, you know what I'm saying, family, friends, foes, niggas that see you in the cyber world. Mm-hmm. Niggas like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know how much I caught a lot of contingency when I came back to my house. My dad passed. I inherited a house, right? I inherited my childhood home, and I just started slowly, building on it and doing things and fixing up and whatever, and I was getting a lot of discouraging and negative feedback. On some slash here. I see you over there I see you put your little gate up. I see you put your little, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
But
God.
I'm so shielded by the shit. Like, yeah, nigga, you see it? Nigga, do you see it?
Right.
The garage was built from the bottom.
Right.
From scratch.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Nigga went to Lowe's and got the wood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like it's really sad that it's really sad, man. But I don't even recognize haters. Like you'll never hear me talking about all the haters. Now when I'm talking shit and bullshit,
of course.
But when in real life, I don't have any haters.
Right.
Even though I know I do, but I don't have any.
I agree. 100%.
And I love it. And
I agree 100%.
and that keeps my spirits
high
good.
vibration.
Yeah, high vibration. It keeps me, cause I don't see you, nigga.
Yeah.
I see you, but I don't see you.
Yeah.
Like you're not even supposed to be seen.
It's not even worth it. It's worthless.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Right.
I see you, but I don't acknowledge you and shit.
Yeah,
I don't subscribe to the shit that you trying
and
to.
so when the niggas, and so to speak to your publicizing, when motherfuckers get to going with the, cause once you say something, it's gonna ignite some shit, and it's gonna be a whole lot of. Now you in the middle, like niggas gonna be looking like DL.
Yeah. Right. That's
You
why that was
you
the
didn't drop.
point.
You didn't. You gonna have all your real
People.
ones. Like don't come on. Don't
do
even
that.
stoop.
Yeah.
Don't even do. You're better than that. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And sometimes you do get fed up, but we can't take it to. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's exposing someone that's being hurtful to people.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like they're exposed to the contractors that get the down payment and you never see them again. Niggas like that got to be exposed.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that's your situation, I'ma say go.
Yeah.
I'ma say go.
Yeah.
But if it's just like some shit that like you can be like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk away and continue doing my thing and live my life. I say walk away, continue doing your thing. You ain't got to take it to the platform. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because all that's gonna do is cause I so many people, man, that I see like, oh, you nigga, you 50. Nigga,
Yeah.
you 40.
Yeah,
Nigga,
and
you
that's
got
be that
kids.
thing. That's why I'm like,
know what I'm
when
saying?
do you right, exactly. When do you just feel like, enough is enough?
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
Well, you know
if
what?
if it's harming lives, if it's
Affecting
if
lives,
it's affecting
financially.
if it's affecting people, like hey, you gotta pull you on the carpet.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I gotta do it.
Yeah. Well, funny how time flies when we having fun.
Man, listen, man, this
hate that. You hate that,
man,
Fred.
you know
That's
what I'm
diabolical.
It is diabolical, man. We got to figure some shit out. It's never going to be enough time.
It's
It's
never
never going to be enough time.
Ever.
Because we can go.
Yeah.
We can go. We
Exactly.
in this bitch paying the mortgage on this motherfucker.
Exactly.
We need another hour.
Yeah.
But
So what's your final thought?
and final thoughts, man. I really hate the fact that this is a plague of ours. This is something that so many people are dealing with. You know, so many people could come together and make some real difference, some real shit pop. But, you know, we got to get out our own way. And then on the flip side of that, we have to vet people. We have to understand that everyone is not like us.
Yeah.
Everyone don't think like us.
They're not
Everybody
like
don't
us.
move. They're
They're
not like us.
Yeah.
And the integrity of some people, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me. So,
Yeah.
you know, we have to be able to have that discernment. And we all, I believe, we all have a certain level and a certain gift of discernment that and we have to stop ignoring the red flags that we know exist.
Yeah.
And you know, and move accordingly to that. You know, let's move on that one. What you think?
Well, my final thought is, you know, I feel like friendship and business should be kept separate. However, if you choose to combine the two, then it should be a conversation and a contract put in place regardless to anything, right? And then I also think that, you know, if you're my friend and I say you're my friend and I have an issue with you business wise, then it's not going to affect my friendship, right? But the only way that it affects the friendship is if you, the person, don't plan to make it right on the opposite end in the first place. So not only did you not value the friendship, but you didn't value me in business either, right? And that opens my eyes up to who you are as a person. And that's huge. You know, when we get into these situations, when we start, you know, collabing and doing all that, like you said, and like Mark said, you gotta vet the person out, and you can't ignore the red flags.
you can't ignore the red flags.
because more often than not, that's what we do when we have friends.
Yeah.
We ignore the red flags, and we don't think that they gonna do us a certain type of way, and
Give
then
them the
when
benefit of the
give
doubt
them
as
the
opposed to the consequence of the doubt.
exactly.
That's why it's a
Exactly.
red flag. You put a contract in front of a motherfucker, and they be like, oh, it's like, okay, well, you know, this is to protect me and you. So if you don't want to agree with this, then it makes me feel like you had some type of a selfish intent to go in the first place. And
Exactly.
shit. Like you had some type of a, like you
Yeah.
didn't,
Or
you was
shit.
always-
Or okay, take it home. And
read it over, have your attorney
and
look at it.
and come back with some shit that you may want to add.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
It can
you know,
be that
don't
thin.
just be like, nah, we don't need to do all that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
no.
talking about like motherfuckers without even read. Don't contract.
Yeah, like,
Just stare at the
that's
contract.
crazy.
Contract
Like,
period.
Like
Yeah.
you don't
Can't do
even
that.
understand what a contract is. It's just legally binding us to doing what we said
what
we're
we
gonna
said
do.
we was gonna do. Right, exactly. And so for me, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It's a fine line. You know, the lines get blurred, and friendships end off of one person not doing business the way another person does, and things end up, you know, going awry. So you definitely gotta
That's pretty
have
sad.
yeah. You
That's
gotta
pretty
have
sad.
contracts.
20, 30-year bonds and friendships and all kind of shit down the drain because the nigga don't want to do right.
Yeah,
Business wise.
yeah,
They don't want to do right. They
Yeah.
want to be scum.
yeah. But it's all good because we on to the next, right?
Bitch. Nigga, we
I
not-
mean, come on now.
We
Come
not-
on now. We on to the next real quick. Okay? So y'all,
That's how we do it.
listen.
How we do it.
Listen, we
It
up.
is what it is.
Listen, in the meantime, in between time, we are out of time.
Okay. then
And we'll see y'all.
The 6 p.m. podcast. We're going to be here next week.
Same
Same
time, same place.
same bad channel.
Yeah.
At 6.
At
On the
6.
nose. Hey, man, it's been real, man. It's been real, man. Good conversation, man.
Yeah, I'm DL Collins.
Slim.
We
Let's
out.
get it.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.